Hello, this is Tate with Blackbird Outdoors, blackbirdoutdoors.net. We're just doing our second part of our video on gun maintenance. Now, we wanted to talk a little bit about, we kind of got cut off before, we want to talk about gun maintenance, and we got to where we were talking about ball detents. The next step is eyes. Now, if you'll look on this Azodin, the Azodin has an eye cover, which is on most guns. We have an eye, which we need to make sure we clean out the eye. Boston can get in close on this guy. And if we can just scroll in on that guy right there. The eyes look different on every gun, but this particular one has a flat one. We want to make sure we clean that off. We can even use one of the things I really like to use is goggle spray. Goggle spray really helps clean out certain areas. We don't want to get them really wet, but if we spray a little bit on a paper towel, that will help get the goopiness off. The other thing we have is our ball detent. And our ball detent, it's kind of hard to see here, but it's a little rubber guy on most of the guns nowadays. You just face them. There's a little divot in the gun. We'll slide it back in there. We're going to pop our eye back on, and there's one on each side, so we need to make sure we get both of them back in there properly. And there'll be little areas that they'll go back in, kind of recessed areas. Now, sometimes with the ball detents, it's easier to do it while the gun is in the cocked position, because that will take all the stress off the ball detent and off the eyes. Now, some eyes are integrated into the ball detent, so that's always something to kind of think about. Now, we wanted to kind of talk about not only maintenance, but what do I carry onto the field with me? What do I bring with me when I go out there? One, I bring 2 sets of Allen wrenches. I bring a set of Allen wrenches that is designed for doing work like this where it's metric. So all this gun's all metric. And then I also bring a gun or a kit that is all standard. Some of the other things I bring with me, I bring a little bit of dental tools. Dental tools are real handy to have with you so you can pick off O-rings. Hater sauce, because one of the guns I run requires a lube. I also shoot a gun that also requires oil, so I bring oil with me. I bring a little tape with me in case that might have a problem with a hopper popping off or something like that. Extra screws, things like that. Extra O-rings, a couple extra 9-volt batteries, and batteries for my hopper. Those are all really important things. Other things I'm going to bring with me, a good jerk squeegee, like I said, to clean out the gun before we get started. A pod squeegee. This is really nice if you've had ball breaks inside your hopper and want to get back in the game quick. So we can actually take it, if it's a pod, we can shove it all the way down to the bottom of the pod and pull that guy out. These are made by Reds. We really like these guys. And a flexible squeegee on the other side. What's nice about that is it allows you, maybe your hopper kind of has a slight curve to it. It allows you to push it all the way up inside and then pull it back out. So if you've got a ball break or a chop inside the gun, it allows you to kind of get back up inside that hopper. Because not always are they perfectly straight. So that allows you to kind of get in there and bend around the corners and things. Then also, I can also use the pod side to get down inside my hopper, and maybe I want to get back in the game without pulling out my whole hopper apart. Allows me to kind of get in there and clean that out. Make sure this is clean again. I have a hopper I use just for cleaning out the gun, so I'm going to use this to pull through. This doesn't touch the barrel, it just uses it to clean out the gun. I carry 2 spare squeegees on the field with me. These are my foldable squeegees that I stick in my pockets. This is if I have a ball break on the field. And then I use a squeegee just for polishing. I really like the Reds kits. They also make one by Invert makes one that's really, or Empire makes one that's great. They all work really well, but I like this stick size, the 16-inch, because I can do my full barrels. And this never touches paint. It's after I've squeegeed, after I've cleaned it all out real good, then I use this just to polish the barrel. One other thing I carry with me is this guy right here. This is my repair kit directly from my gun. Most guns will come with that, and you'll want to build one for you. Has extra ball detents, extra screws, extra O-rings. I have even extra boards in here in case I fry a board. Maybe I'm playing a little wet area or I drop it in the water. Things like that are real good. Extra triggers. I'll sometimes carry an extra regulator with me, and definitely an extra hopper. And I usually carry at least 2 guns with me. So these are all things to kind of think about. I hope you enjoyed our little session on how to repair guns and what we're going to bring on the field with us for all our Spyder and Azodin type guns, which are great guns that work really well right now, easy to work on, and something I think everybody should start out with, because like I said, you learn the basics and they're very simple to use. So if you want to have any questions, feel free to call us at Black Bear Outdoors at 916-652-2327, or contact us online at blackbearoutdoors@yahoo.com. So have a great day, and we'll talk to you later.